We're back, part two. If you missed my previous video, all good, nothing special. I just went through how I take pictures of single cards and slabs that I post on the online website. By the way, to my 20 subscribers, I appreciate you all. I honestly didn't even notice I had 20 subscribers until like last night. I'm setting my expectations pretty low, so to have 20 of you voluntarily decide to subscribe to this channel under your own free will is crazy and greatly appreciated. Hopefully this channel continues to deserve your attention. Okay, part two. I left off in the previous video talking about, going through taking pictures of single cards and slabs for the online store. In this video, I'll go through actually listing some cards on eBay, as well as putting up some slabs on the online store. I have some drafts I made prior to recording, that I'm going to go through. Didn't want to waste too much time showing you how to upload images to eBay. I'm sure you all know how to do that already. So let's go ahead and get started. Since I have this up already, I'll start with getting the pictures of the slabs I took up on the online store. This is Wix's UI. This is not a sponsored video. This is literally my 5th video. I am not getting paid. I did mention in my, what was it? I think the first video that I posted on YouTube. For those of you who are wondering, I went with Wix for one reason. That reason is that they were running a sale at the time I was doing my research. The business plan I signed up for was at the time $18 a month versus the normal $32 a month. So it was a no-brainer, which is why I went with Wix. It seems this probably might be very similar across website builders like Shopify. So if you don't use Wix, if you actually don't even have an online store, feel free to just skip past this to the eBay listings part. But I'll go through this very quickly. So if you take a look here, these are all the products available on the website currently. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add a new product. So top right, new product. You have an option for a physical product or digital file. Obviously, this is a physical product. And it's pretty straightforward. So add images. Here you're going to enter all the information of the item that you're going to sell. So I'll start with the image. If I go to add image, here I kind of have this organized as much as possible. Nothing crazy. So if I go to slabs, these are photos of slabs I already uploaded to Wix from the pictures I took with my camera. I'm doing something a bit different this time around. So I actually do have a watermark for the 3 slabs I took pictures of yesterday. So if we take a look at this one, this is the picture of the front of the slab I took yesterday. There's a little watermark right here. And what I'm going to do is add the pictures I took. So the first one's already added. Second one, go to images, slabs, watermarked. And I know this is the back. You can verify by checking the PSA serial number, but I know just because I took the picture, so that's the back. For slabs, I only take a picture of the front and back. I think that's sufficient enough. Product name, I have this drafted up as well. So for this first one, I do like to keep the same format for all slabs. So what I like to do is year, what generation, so we're in Scarlet and Violet. This happens to be a promo card, so S&V-P for promo. This is in Paldean Fates, specifically one of the tins. And this is Charizard EX number 074, PSA 10. Ribbon, I leave alone. Description, I do leave alone as well. Eventually, I'm going to get to this for all the cards on the website. Probably going to include the serial number, as well as other identifiers on the card. For now, just leave it blank. Leave that blank. Pricing, I did my research. I usually go by pricing on last sold or average pricing for the most recent sold on eBay. For this card, it is about 60 bucks, but I like to round down a little bit of marketing, $59.98. Leave all that blank. Scroll down a bit. Track inventory, what in stock. Cool thing about Wix is if you do track inventory, you have one in stock and it gets sold. When a customer purchases and checks out with a product, this automatically updates. If you have one in stock, someone buys it, it'll automatically go to out of stock and it will reflect on the website. Weight, roughly 0.375 pounds. And that is it. Front, back, everything's filled out. So for categories, graded cards, if I click on feature, this will show up on the homepage. I'm not going to feature this for now, but everything else, what I'll do is select English that pertains to this item. So English, graded cards, Pokemon, not Pokemon Center, not vintage. Leave that as is and save. Here you have an option to use Google Ads or an email campaign, social media. I skip all of this. I do this all manually, so get rid of that. And that item now is available on the store. So if I go to 9898tradingcompany.com, accept cookies. I'm going to go to Pokemon PSA 10s. There you go. It's up and it's live. I'm going to be completely honest. I don't really like how this picture came out. Probably going to retake it. It does look like, if you compare it to the other ones on here, it's a bit too bright. The lighting was pretty off in my opinion. The glare looks kind of crazy compared to something like this. But if I click on it, this is actually live. It says one in stock. I could add to cart. But yeah, I don't really like how this looks. Probably going to retake this, but pretty simple. I have 2 more to post. Not going to waste your time. It's going to be the same exact process. Now let's go ahead and get into posting on eBay. All right, so I have a few drafts I put up. I'm going to post these 5 cards onto eBay. We're going to go through each of these one by one. If I go to resume draft, well, first of all, to create a listing, all you need to do is click on listings and top right, there's a create listing button. You click on that and it will bring you to a screen that looks like this, but blank. So you'll obviously have to go through each field, fill in everything. As you can tell, a lot of these are blank. I don't fill out every single one. It might be a good idea to actually fill it out because it will increase the search engine optimization for eBay. Maybe not. I honestly don't know. I'm no expert in doing this, but I'm going to go through each field that I decide to fill out. Let's start with this one. So we have a 1999 Japanese Sabrina's Gaze trainer. This is the picture I took yesterday. So like I mentioned in the other video, there's always going to be 3 pictures of a single card on eBay, sometimes more depending on the quality. If there's like a rip, well, not a rip, I'm not going to sell a rip card. If there is some sort of marking or wear that the buyer should know about, I'll probably take a zoom in close-up picture of that. The good thing about the camera that I have, which is one advantage of having a more expensive camera versus your cell phone. I mean, cell phones are honestly pretty good as well, so you could get away with using your cell phone anyways, but the camera that I have, if I click on this, well, we can't really see here. I'll show you after. But as a buyer, if you click on the picture that I use for my listings, you can get really close and check out the edges of the card, see if there's any markings. But yeah, front, back, and front again with the card inside the card holder. So take your pictures, upload them to YouTube. I mean, not YouTube. Upload them to eBay. Front, rear, card holder. Item title. I feel like item title is probably, I wouldn't say the most important, but pretty important when you're posting on eBay for the search engine. What I like to do is, if I open up another tab, I kind of went through this already. I like to search up the card and go by the PSA title on the card. So what I'll usually do is, if I search up this card, Sabrina's Gaze Japanese, maybe this will be better. Scroll down, and I always like to go by the title of a PSA card. So 1999 Pocket Monster Japanese Gym 2 Sabrina's Gaze Trainer. If I go back to my posting, 1999 Pokemon Japanese Gym 2 set Sabrina's Gaze Trainer. That seems good enough to me. Item category. Again, this is something I mentioned in the other video. What you're going to want to select is CCG individual cards, toys and hobbies, collectible card games. What this is going to do is this is the default category of Pokemon singles when you search up an item on eBay. If you search up Sabrina's Gaze, so let's go back here. So Sabrina's Gaze, that's all I'm going to type out. Let's say I'm just a casual buyer. I don't know the card number. I'm not going to specify English or Japanese. Don't know what PSA is. So Sabrina's Gaze. If you look at the top left right here, Notice that I didn't select any filters. Under category, eBay automatically selects CCG individual cards. So if I were to post Sabrina's Gaze under something else like, what did I do last time? I think I did here. This is what I initially selected with the first few listings I made. Collectibles, non-sports, trading cards singles. In this particular search, my card will not show up here at all. I could be wrong, but from what I noticed, it doesn't seem like it will. So the item category is very important. What you can do if you're trying to sell an item is open up a private window, or don't even have to do that. Just make sure you don't have any filters. Search up an item. What do I want to search up? What do I want to search up? Let's say Pokemon Red, Game Boy. All right, so if I was someone looking to buy the original red version of Pokemon, what I should be doing as far as category is putting it under video games and consoles. If I were to put it under, like, obviously I wouldn't do this, but if I put it under video game consoles, this is not a console, but if I mistakenly put this under video game consoles, it would not search up with this specific search. All right, what was I doing? Okay, yeah, so Sabrina's Gaze, item category, CCG individual cards. Also, one thing to know is game Pokemon TCG only pops up when you select this specific category. So check it out. If I do, here you go. If I select this, collectibles, non-sport trading cards singles, that field is gone. Now it's franchise, and I could select Pokemon. But Pokemon TCG, which I think is a better query over Pokemon, because Pokemon could be a plush or a video game. That is very important to select specifically for Pokemon TCG cards. So switch that back. CCG individual cards. Game pops up again. Pokemon TCG frequently selected. Just going to click on that. Sorry, I actually missed this. So list faster. Anything that pops up here, I just select all. These categories are automatically populated from your item title. eBay kind of does this automatically, which is cool. Select all. Check all the boxes. Specialty, don't do that. Stage, don't do that. Set, don't do that. Card name, that automatically populates. Character, Sabrina's fine. Rarity, I leave that alone. Excuse me. Features, I leave that alone. Finish, I leave that alone. If it is a holo, might want to select holo. This is not. Attribute, manufacturer. If it is a wizard's card, I normally select wizards. This is not. Creature, leave that blank. Autograph, not autographs. Nope, 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 nope. Card number, nope. Age, nope. Language. For Japanese cards, I always specify it's Japanese. Leave that. Year, I do put the year, 99. Vintage, this is a vintage card, select that. I don't bother with really anything else. Scroll down a bit, variations, don't do anything there. This is an ungraded card. And condition. This particular one is lightly played. You want to be as honest as possible for this category here. There are sellers that like to specify NM or mint in the description. I like to let the buyer determine if it's near mint or not even close with the pictures that I provide. That's just how I do it. I try to take the best pictures as possible. That way the buyer can determine whether a card's near mint or lightly played or moderately played or heavily played. Okay, description. This is a copy and paste on my end. Feel free to copy this, I guess, but I don't think it makes sense for any of you out there. But thanks for viewing this item. The card pictured in this listing is the card you will receive. It will be shipped out in a sleeve and a card holder, USPS Ground Advantage. Combined shipping of $5.98 plus 25 cents a card. So what I like to do is if a buyer decides to buy more than one card, I will not charge them $5.98 per card. What I will do is charge them $5.98 on the initial card, and every card they decide to buy after that, it's just an additional $25. This is to cover the card holder and the packing material. So let's say they buy 2 cards, it's going to be $5.98 plus 25. If they buy 3 cards, it's going to be $5.98 plus 50 cents. Pricing, buy it now. So the buy it now price is up to the seller to determine. What I did was I searched Sabrina's Gaze, 18 bucks, 15, 27. This is arbitrary, honestly. If you overprice it, not going to get sold. If you underprice it, will get sold quick, but you want to make as much money as possible as a seller. I decided to settle around $16, well, $15.98. Require immediate payment, yes. Quantity 1. I don't allow offers. Don't need to schedule. Schedule your listing is useful, I think, with auctions, not really for buy now items. Standard shipping. All singles get shipped out in a cardboard envelope with some cardboard inserts. Total is about 3 ounces, a little under 3 ounces, but I put 3 ounces. This is the dimensions of the folder, or sorry, the envelope. Preferences. So I like to set 3 business days handling. It used to be 4. I put it down to 3 because right now I can handle that. This will give the listing an estimate to when an item is going to get delivered. So if I click on this, that reflects here. So eBay will add an additional 3, 4, 5 days, whatever you put in that to this date. So just keep that in mind. Promote your listing. In my previous listings that were auctions, promote your listing. In my previous auctions, I did decide to list them at 2%. This is very useful for auctions in my opinion because it gets more eyes on your auctions, and you definitely want as many eyes as possible on your auctions because the more eyes you have on your auction, the higher the chance the price is going to go up because you have more bidders. I went with 2% based on some advice I got from @JustinResales. You can check out my other video if you want more information, or actually go check out his video that I provided a link to in my other video. But since this is a buy it now item, I am not going to do this because the item is going to be listed on eBay for as long as no one buys it, and it's not as urgent as an auction item. But I would suggest using this if you decide to do auction. Leave that off, leave that off. Cool, I'm actually going to list this, but first I'm going to double check everything. All right, looks good. List it and done. So now if I check out my listings, Sabrina's Gaze is now available. Cool, one done. About 100 more to go. All right, same exact thing here, nothing different. We have the front, we have the back, we have the card in the card holder, we have the title 1999 Pokemon game, WB movie Black Star promo, Pikachu number 4. Check all categories that come. Actually, you know what? I honestly don't know what determines eBay's automatic population for this because sometimes you'll have 5, sometimes you'll have 1, sometimes you'll have 2. This one says stars and card number 4. Yes, it's card number 4. I don't know what stars mean, but I'm going to select it for some good old SEO. Cool, so list this. 2 down, 99 to go. All right, those 5 are done. And I think that's the end of this video. These cards are now up on the eBay store. Check it out. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next.